Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I've literally just finished filming a drive with me, hence why I'm in the car. I did a drive with me on my way to go and grab McDonald's because recently I asked you guys for a load of questions over on my Instagram and on my YouTube. And I didn't want to just sit in my office and answer them for you, so I thought I'd turn it into a little mukbang. So today we have, of course, some cheese bites. Honestly, I've got way too much food. I budgeted myself £10 and I did spend £10, where I spent £10 and 7p. But honestly, this is way too much for one person. So we've got some chicken nuggets in here, and then my go-to at McDonald's, which is a Big Mac. Oh my god, I forgot to ask for extra pickles. Damn it. So yeah, I've got a Big Mac and then just some medium chips, which I'm not gonna lie, I've already started eating, but sorry. And then also I've got a Diet Coke. So yeah, I thought I would turn this into a little mukbang. So if you don't like people speaking with their mouth full, then probably isn't the video for you. I've got many others on my channel if you do want to stick around. I'm joking, you can just click off if you don't like it. So the first question, which I actually got quite a lot. If you didn't know already, I quit my job in December for YouTube. So I had a full-time job. My YouTube was kind of kicking off a bit, so I thought I'm gonna quit my job and do YouTube full-time and see if I can make it work. So that's what I'm like currently doing, but quite a few of you guys asked if I regret doing that. No, I don't regret it because I'm literally living my best life. Like, I mean, I'm sitting in my car eating McDonald's, filming a video for you guys, you know what I mean? I can't really hate that side of it, but obviously when you do anything self-employed, there is so many risks to it. And I will tell you now that I did not prepare myself for the risks that come with it. Aww. You guys honestly have been so supportive in every way, and that has helped it so much. Okay, so I literally just had to run inside and go and get my other camera, so now literally all of my food is cold. So I was basically talking about whether or not I regret quitting my job for YouTube, and the short answer is no, I definitely don't. And I'm so glad that I gave myself the opportunity to see whether I can make it work full time. So currently, no, I really do not regret it at all. Also, I just went downstairs and one of my other dogs this morning, she went and had an operation on her teeth, and she's had her 2 front teeth removed. And she's like so out of it and she looks so cute. I feel so bad for her, but she's like 12 and she apparently didn't need her front teeth anymore, so she's now got no front teeth. Okay, anyway, on to the next question. Cheese bites are just the best, aren't they? The next question is very fitting. It says, what is your diet and your workout routine? Your body is bomb. I mean, I'm sitting in my car eating enough McDonald's for 2 just to myself. To be fair, recently I have got back into the gym and I've also started eating healthier. Ironic considering this video, but me and Brad's mum go to the gym together probably like 4 or 5 times a week. So like on a Monday we'll go and do like a full body workout in the actual gym, and then Tuesday, which is actually today, we do aquafit in the evenings, which is like aerobics but underwater. Everyone probably knew that already. Wednesday we have a rest day. Thursday we then go and do either legs or arms, and then Friday we do the opposite one that we didn't do on Thursday. And then Saturday we do fitness yoga in the morning, but we're actually also going to do body combat, which is like fitness martial arts basically. I don't know, but we're going to try it. So yeah, I do work out quite a lot at the moment. It just makes me feel good. I do have a bit of a workout routine. I do want to kind of include like some of my workouts on my channel. Like I want to do a whole come to the gym with me vlog, so if you want to see that, let me know down below because I'd love to do that. Otherwise I just try and eat healthy. Like, this is a rare occasion. I don't eat McDonald's that often anymore. Honestly, before I joined the gym again, my diet was unreal. It was so bad, so I have got better. But yeah, I don't really have a diet as such. I just try and eat healthier. Like, I cut out chocolate and stuff like that. Next question, how do you edit your pictures and what apps do you use? I do want to do a full video on this because I do quite a lot. Oh my god, Coco, the dog that's just had the operation, is standing outside and she literally like doesn't know what to do with herself. She's so cute. Yeah, I want to do a full video because there's quite a process that I go through to edit my pictures, but the apps that I use are Afterlight, which I actually don't think they do the original anymore. I've got the original app because I downloaded it ages ago, but every time I search it now, there's only an app called Afterlight 2, which you have to pay for, and I think that's about £3, but the one that I got was literally like 89p. Coco's meant to be going to the toilet outside and she's just laid down and is looking at mum like, can we go in now? Yeah, so I use Afterlight, but like I say, I think you now have to pay for it. And then I use Facetune to like smooth out my skin a little bit. Won't lie, I hold my hands up. I definitely do that. Definitely don't edit my body in any way. I think that is the most ridiculous thing that happens on social media. And then I also edit it quite a lot in the actual Instagram editing app as well. I use the Aiden filter and I just tone it down a little bit. So yeah, I want to do a full video because saying it sounds really complicated. I will do that very soon for you guys, but the main apps I use are Facetune, Afterlight and the Instagram editing app. So the next question is, how did you and Brad first meet? If you didn't know already, Brad is my boyfriend and we've been together 5.5 years, 6 years this August, so around 5.5 years. That means we met when we were 16, which honestly seems like so long ago. But basically, to cut a very long story short, Grace, who was one of my best friends, was over at my house at the time. It was our GCSE summer, so it was that one where it's like literally feels about 15 weeks long. I miss summer holidays. Really annoying that you don't get holidays like that when you're an adult. Wouldn't that be amazing? Anyway, Grace was over and my mum wanted us to walk the dogs. I am so lazy, or was so lazy at this point, that I just couldn't be bothered to walk the dogs. I was like, we'll do it later, like I can't be bothered, blah blah. So Grace was like, no, we'll go now, we'll get it over and done with. It was a really nice day, so she was like, we'll go to this like river that's really close to my house. Wow, eating way too fast. And then we'll come back and relax, whatever. So from my end, Grace was like convincing me to go out at a certain time because I wanted to go later, whereas she made us go like way earlier. So we were then just like at this river bit under this bridge. It sounds really dodgy, I swear it's not that dodgy. We were just chilling, like playing with the dogs, whatever, and anyway the dogs like heard people above on the bridge, so they ran up to go and see who it was, and lo and behold it was Brad with a load of his mates at the time, and they were like walking across the bridge, and Grace went up to go and see where the dogs had gone and like try and get them, and she was like, oh, have you seen our dogs, to these boys who we like literally didn't know. I'd never seen anyone in my town, so I didn't even know they existed, and they were like, oh yeah, they ran that way. So anyway, Grace went and got them, didn't really think anything of it. Like Grace came back down, we just carried on chilling, and then literally about 2 minutes later these boys then came down and like sat on this tree that was by this river, and it was so obvious that it was a situation where like someone wanted to say something to each other, but no one was going to be the first person to say anything. So anyway, Brad was the first person to say something, and I'm actually not going to tell you what he said. First of all, because it's not an accurate representation of what Brad is actually like and who he is as a person. If I told you, I think you'd just literally be like, why are you with him? Like, how did you carry on speaking to this guy? But it's just funny because it's like our little... The people that know us know what he said, but yeah, I'll just keep that one off YouTube for now. But anyway, Brad was the first person to say something, and we just spent the whole of the rest of that summer together, and we just like clicked instantly, and here we are 5 years later. And that's basically how we met. But it was just weird because Grace had like convinced me to go out at a certain time, which meant that we were in that place at the same time. And Brad's mates that day had actually convinced him to go out at that time as well. So it was just so weird. I really do believe like everything happens for a reason, and I kind of believe in fate. But I just think like for us to have randomly met on a dog walk when we were 16, and now like we've had a flat together and we're 5 years down the line and like we're so comfortable with each other, it's so strange how stuff like that happens. But yeah, that's how we met, under a bridge on a dog walk when we were 16. Someone says, advice for getting into YouTube even though you don't fit the norm, in quotation marks. I think if you want to give it a go, regardless as to what you think about yourself or what you think people may think of you, like just give it a go, because literally you never know what could happen. Like here I am sat doing it as my full-time job, and when I started I literally thought I was just gonna get laughed at. You have no idea. So if you want to do it, it applies to anything in life really. If you want to do it, just do it. Like you literally don't know until you try. So I don't think there's a norm. Everybody's their own person. You are how you are for a certain reason, because that makes you you. I know it's very cliche, but it's so true, and there will always be people out there that relate to you and will confide in your videos sometimes. So if you want to give it a go, please just give it a go, because it's just the best thing in the world. Like it's so much fun. Brad says, maybe we should date sometime, hook me up babe. Good one, Brad. Someone says, how do you earn most of your money? Love you. Love you too. I didn't really have an issue as such with speaking about money. Like obviously I'm not really going to go into figures and stuff like that, but the way that I earn most of my money at the moment is paid collaborations with brands. So a brand will pay me to either do a haul video or pay me to speak about their specific brand or something like that. That is kind of where my most revenue comes from at the moment. I did a profit and loss thing the other day because my dad told me to, because it's what you got to do when you're self-employed apparently. I haven't got a freaking clue. But yeah, that's seemingly where most of my money comes from, because that literally proved it. Yeah, that's the answer to your question. Someone says, how do you stay creative on YouTube and plan what to post? Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I don't. Like I feel like I'm not very creative at all, because I think these people that just have a completely different video every single week and maybe even post like 3 times a week and just have loads of creative ideas, I'm like,
How'd you come up with this stuff?
I do want to get into more like creative things, i.e. doing more vlogs and what I eat in a days and stuff like that. But the really creative people, I literally don't know how they come up with the video ideas. I basically just plan what to post either around like jobs that I have going on at the time, or most of the time I just get up and think I feel like filming this, so I'll go and film it, edit it and then put it up. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm actually that creative with what I post on YouTube. It's quite like cliche stuff. Someone replied to the question thing with just Mary Poppins Returns. What does that mean? Obviously I know it's a film, but I haven't seen it, if that's what you're asking. As we go on to the next question, I'm going to dive into my chicken nuggets, because they're the best thing to ever come out of McDonald's. Someone's asked how I dealt with my first major breakup, and also you're gorgeous. Oh, thanks. I haven't had a breakup. Like I said earlier, I've been with Brad 5.5 years now. And before that, I didn't have another boyfriend. Yeah, I haven't really gone through like a really bad breakup. This is an interesting one. Someone's asked, does YouTube allow you to save money and live well off, or does it just allow you to get by and pay the bills? So doing YouTube full-time is a risk financially wise, majorly, mainly because some months you can have a really good month and then the other month you could have like a barely even be able to pay your bills month. Basically, when we were living in London, obviously it's so expensive to live there. If you know anything about rent in London, if you don't, it's fucking expensive. So we moved home so I could prove to myself that I could do this as a career and like see if it would work, because having the financial commitment of, I'm not even going to go into how much our rent was a month, but having to legally pay somebody that money and not being able to guarantee that I'm going to make that money each month was obviously just a complete stress and just wouldn't have worked. So obviously I pay my parents' rent, but it's absolutely a fraction of what I was paying for our flat in London. I would say that here it allows me to save and allows me to live life well, but if I was living in London, it honestly would just pay the bills. I think it just completely depends on your living situation, how much your expenditure is rather than like your income, because month to month it can be so different. For right now and the way I'm heading, it will allow me to save and live comfortably, which I'm very grateful for. Someone said, did you quit your job for YouTube? And like I said earlier, yes, I did. Best decision ever. So I'm going to go over to my YouTube community page and answer some questions from here. These are so good. Also, if you've never tried the sweet curry sauce, you are missing out. Okay, so someone's asked me like literally so many questions, so I'm going to just quick fire them and answer all of them, whilst also tucking into my burger. I bought it all thinking I'll just have a little bit of everything, and I've eaten all of everything. And now this is next. This girl says, how old are you? 21, 22, March 20th. Do you want children? Yes, I want 3. Brad wants 2, so we're working on it. How many tattoos do you have? 2. Your favourite YouTuber? I have so many. I love El Darby's videos. I love Georgia May's videos, of course. James Charles, love his videos. Okay Baby. I absolutely love any like family vloggers. I don't know, there's loads. Would you ever want to bring out your own clothing / makeup line? I would love to bring out my own clothing line, but not like merch. Like I'd want to design my own clothes and bring them out, or maybe even just set up my own clothing brand anyway. Definitely keep an eye out because it's something I have been interested in for a while. Any YouTubers you dislike? Ooh. Any that I just think they're the absolute shit. Favourite makeup / skincare products this month? God. Maybe the Revlon Photo Ready foundation, because I discovered that this month and I really like it. Do you think that you will ever go into another job in the future that's not YouTube? I potentially might have to. Favourite fast food? McDonald's. Best and worst thing about YouTube? Best thing is that it's literally the best job in the world and it's been my dream for so long, and now it's my job. Also, another best thing is meeting new people, and the amount of relationships that you build on this platform is unbelievable, and I'm so grateful for everybody. But then I would say that one of the worst things is probably staying motivated. And then the final one from her is favourite eyelashes, which will be the Lily Lashes in the style Miami. Okay, someone else says, which foundation do you use? Please tell me. And that was in all caps, so I think they really want to know. So I've been using the Revlon Photo Ready foundation with a little bit of the L'Oreal True Match mixed in, because the shade that I have is a little bit dark for me at the moment, so I mix a lighter one in. But my other absolute go-to is the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid. Someone said, do you want to get married? Yes, 100%. I'm not religious personally, so I would literally see it as like a massive party for me and Brad. And I'm not going to say no to that, so I would love to, because I just want to plan it and like have that one special day. I just love everything about weddings, so yeah, I definitely would want to get married. Favourite songs at the moment? Oh god, there's so many. I have a couple of drive with me's on my channel, so if you want to hear my favourite songs, then definitely go and check them out. Current series you're binge watching on Netflix? Fun fact, I don't really watch Netflix. I don't really watch TV in general. I'm a through and through YouTube kind of gal. Like, I'll just watch YouTube over any TV, so I'm not watching anything on Netflix. How do you manage your finances? I mean, how do you manage to spend so much on clothes? Okay, so a lot of the hauls that I do on my channel, I do always try and state it in the video. If not, it's always stated in the description. I'll more often than not be working with the brand on the video, so I'll actually be gifted the items. But I did mention in a Drive With Me that's coming out very soon how I'm going to kind of be disclosing like what's paid for and what's gifted and stuff. So yes, most of the time I'm being gifted the items, or I will do a massive order on Pretty Little Thing because I love doing Pretty Little Thing hauls for you guys because the website is absolutely massive and I personally find it so boring sometimes to just try and like troll through the whole thing to find exactly what I want. But when I do those orders, I put it all on a credit card and then I keep what I want to keep and then send back what I don't want to keep. So I suppose I manage my finances by having a credit card, which isn't really managing it, but it works for now. So yeah, I just need to stop spending so much money on clothes. What do you use to edit on and do your thumbnails? So to edit my videos, I literally just use iMovie. It works for me at the moment. I do want to invest in Final Cut Pro, but you can basically do like everything you need to do with iMovie anyway. So that's what I use to edit my videos, and then to edit my thumbnails I use Photoshop. Did you go to uni? If so, what did you study? I didn't go to uni. I have no idea what I would have studied, which I suppose is really why I didn't go. Georgia May says, do you love me? No, babe. I'm joking, of course I do. Who is your celeb style inspo? I don't know. Anyone that wears comfy clothes. I don't really have like anyone that I look at and think, oh, I love your style, I'm gonna dress like you. Like, I just go for comfort, and if it looks nice, that's a bonus for me. A load of you guys were asking who I follow on Instagram, who I like take style inspiration from, but I suppose I just see loads of people's pictures and throw outfits together from that. Like, I don't necessarily have specific people. One person I would say is Naomi Jeans is unreal for fashion advice. Like, her style is up there with the best. Like, I absolutely love it, and she's always so comfortable in her clothes, which I love. She like takes casual to a whole new level and makes it look so good. So yeah, she is someone that I would say, if anyone. Someone said, what lashes do you use in your videos? So I used to always use the Lily lashes in the style Miami, but then for a little while I had eyelash extensions and then they all came out. Now I have like barely any eyelashes. So these ones I'm using in this video are some of the Eyelure ones, but yeah, I use a whole load of different lashes. A lot of you guys were saying like tips and advice for people that have just started YouTube, or how do you make it your full-time job. I would say, if you want to first of all make it your full-time job, then look for other revenue streams. So a lot of people kind of start YouTube and think that they can make it a job just by the views and the AdSense, which let me tell you now, AdSense is not as good as some people make it seem. You have to get a lot of views for your AdSense to actually be worthwhile. But there are definitely so many more revenue streams that come from YouTube or having any social media platform. So personally, I did a lot of Googling. Like, I had no idea about any of this stuff before I started, and you'll be surprised at how many people don't want to help you out in the industry. So I just took to Google and just did my own research basically. But definitely try and utilize your social platforms to create revenue streams that obviously your followers will still be happy with. Like, I try to work with brands that I relate to in a certain way, because I know that if you guys are following me, then you probably relate to me in some kind of way. So I assume that like the brands I enjoy and trust, you guys will too. So yeah, just be careful with like how you work. I don't know, I'm literally making no sense, but try and monetize your platforms in multiple ways other than just one. Okay, and then the last question, a load of you guys were asking about money. Someone said, how did your financial situation change after quitting your job? It just fluctuated. Like, I was well off when, like, as soon as I quit my job, but then December and January are freaking slow months for anybody's work anyway, and let's just say they dragged, and now it's just like, it definitely changed, but it changed in a way of it just being like all over the place rather than just like obviously a set salary and I knew exactly what I was going to get. Now I haven't got a clue and I just take each month as it comes. If I have a good month, great. If I have a bad month, hopefully my good month will make up for it, if you know what I mean. Okay, so there are all the questions that I'm going to answer for today's mukbang Q&A type thing. If you do want to get involved in the next Q&A, then definitely give me a follow over on Instagram, because that is where I ask for my questions. I really enjoyed filming this. Obviously I'm just sitting here chilling, eating, talking to you guys, and they are literally my favourite videos to film. So let me know down below if you want more mukbangs like this, and we can maybe talk about specific topics and do all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to leave you all to it now and wrap this video up here. So thank you so much for watching as always, and I will speak to you all very soon in my next one. Bye guys. Here's the aftermath of that video and what my car currently looks like. Love that.